We're here with Fifth Story, so welcome guys, how are you feeling?
Good, yeah, we're pleased to be here, aren't we? We're just kind of getting on with our first interviews, so...
I'm really happy to have you here with that great background behind us as well, it makes it even better. But the view in front of me is just as lovely, so could you start by introducing yourself so the audience just can get to know you a little bit first?
I'm Kavana.
I'm Dane Bowers.
My name is Gareth Gates.
I'm Kenzie.
I'm Adam Rickitt.
Adam Rickitt, that was nice.
I'm Adam. Hello.
Nice to have you here. So guys, why the big reunion? Why this project? And why was now the right time to all come together and form what they're calling a super band?
It's not a bad little title, that one, is it? Yeah, I'm liking that. I think, I mean, for most of the guys, obviously everyone pretty much here is sort of a solo artist, apart from Kenzie and I. So I think if I can talk for you guys, I mean, they were obviously intrigued about being in a band and and how interesting that would be compared to the solo life where maybe it wasn't as enjoyable, a bit more boring and a bit more kind of hard work. Yeah. You wait to hear his story, he's got a deep one. But yeah, so I think everyone was just like, look, it's a great TV show, massive platform for us all individually. And at that point, I think it was like, if it does well, great, but at least it's a great show to be on and we'll have some fun. Which is mainly what we're doing at the minute. We kind of get on really well. It's a lot of banter, a lot of jokes, and it's a good crack, really.
I think after seeing the show last year, we saw that it was so well done, and everybody, you just tell your story, don't you? And I think all of us could relate in one way or another to what the other bands went through. So yeah, it's just older and wiser. You just kind of look back and enjoy it another time now,
I imagine you're still getting to know each other really, because it's all quite new, but what are the dynamics of the band and who brings what, would you say?
Don't give the microphone.
I'm the person who speaks a lot.
Yeah. We basically let him
Interview. No, who's the...
Kenzie's the dancer.
Yeah, he's...
I'm lead interviewer, dancing
Yeah.
to my strength.
Dancing. He's the organiser, I'd say.
Yeah.
Organiser.
That was very nice, by the way. I wouldn't have gone there.
That was far too nice. I was thinking of something really bad.
Kenzie, I've seen that apparently you're whacking the guys into shape. Not that you look like you need it, but we've seen pictures of you making them what looks like a boot camp.
We did one press-up challenge and it went terribly. I won, which is all that's important.
Yours looked horrible. They were really ugly press-ups.
Proper press-ups is what we call them.
There we go. So you've got a personal trainer as well as a band member.
Basically our politically correct member of the group. That
I make sure that there's a filter and I say things, as you should.
Looking forward to this on the show.
He makes the tea.
yeah.
And you have all got very different backgrounds. You've all got stories that you're bringing to this show, and everyone's very keen to find out what they are. Are you finding it difficult that your pasts are basically being scrutinised by the public?
Well, I think it's only scrutinised if you... It's how you say it, It's only going to be scrutinised if you don't tell it properly. So if you're telling the truth, it's a cliche, but the truth sets you free. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Do you like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, very good. It is a show that, it's a bare-all show. People want to know what it was like, your ups and your downs. Some of us have more ups than downs, and some of us have way more downs than we've had ups. But it's just interesting. And the good thing about this show is be honest, which we've all been. So, and it is, like you say, you're talking about cheese, it is a journey. Because you do hear about, the bad bits and the good bits and what we used to do. And then you're going to see Fifth Story, grow as a group and kind of move on.
I say that's something that a lot of people, they're liking about this show because it has just that amount of honesty. It's quite startling at points. Are there any bits of your past though that you are finding it difficult to maybe make more public?
I think we've just kind of said it like it is, none of us have killed anyone, have we?
No.
So...
No.
No.
I mean, Cav's got a good story, and it's an interesting story. I mean, I was interested hearing it myself. So,
but we've not seen each other's proper interview, which will be staged out through the show. So, although we kind of know, it'll be interesting to see what the other lads have, their stories, what they've been.
And do you know what? They would have been done before we met each other.
Yeah, they were.
So there'll probably be some like, ooh, oh
There
my
might
God.
be some preconceptions about everybody.
Yeah.
So what's it been like? Have you been able to build the level of chemistry quite quickly? The moment you met, you just knew there was going to be something special there?
I wouldn't say the moment we met. I was still a bit quiet and reserved the moment we met, because not any reflection on them. It's just I wasn't sure where you fit in. You can't just steam in. You've got to test the water, see how far you can kind of push people, what level of sense of humour everyone's got. So I think honestly, after about a week, 10 days, we spent a lot of time together. We gelled, and it's going well.
Any good stories we can get in on so far?
Between us?
I mean, no chance, because when we've been together, it's literally just rehearse, and the pressure's been on. So I guess once we get doing more stuff, then probably, we can...
It's been a good, the rehearsal part of the show with all of the other bands as well, that's been great. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of jokes, a lot of practical jokes. We got on really well with Damage. There's a bit of a war going on there at the minute.
Practically, we kind of play jokes on each other, don't we?
Yeah, so, and I think they're probably winning.
And talent shows, for example, they're in the press so much at the moment with X Factor, with the big reunion. Has it changed your opinion on talent shows? Do you still think they're a good thing? Because there has been a lot of controversy around them lately.
I think the big thing, eye-opener for me, which I didn't know before I got in this, was when you see things like Pop Idol and stuff like that, they get up and they sing. You don't actually find out what they can do talent-wise beyond that. I never knew he could do all the stuff he can do musically. He's a bit of a freak, like...
Who are we talking to? Gareth?
Honestly, he's like Mozart. He can pick out tunes and everything like this, and that will never get shown on a talent show. So I think but the problem you got is you can't do things where it's a bit more in depth because people don't want that. I think that's kind of the only bad thing. But the good side is that it's good fun and it's good entertainment.
Definitely. Well, we all can't wait to see it. So what are you hoping to achieve throughout this series as it progresses and we see you grow as a band? What's the personal goals? Yeah. So not big then? Nothing big?
It's down to the public. It depends if they buy into this and if they want us. I think we're all willing to maybe take it further if they wanted us to. Yeah. But right now it's just literally about having fun and enjoying it. Absolutely.
So you've all got your own individual fan base when you came to this show. How have you found their reactions so far?
I think for me, obviously I was in a band, so I've had a lot of tweets and social media sites saying, it would have been nice to see me with the boys, the Blazing Squad boys. For me personally, that's not something I would have done. I think I was proud of what I achieved, but it was very much then, and it worked then, and I'd much rather take it forward as something that more mature. And I think my old stuff had quite a young stigma attached to it, and it's not something I really see longevity in, whereas this I do.
And a lot of them, they're going to be making assumptions as to what they can actually expect from this series. But if you could give your fans a message, a personal message, to let them know what they can be in for and what they can expect to see, what would that be?
Well, we haven't got any fans yet.
You will do, and you have your individual fans, with Blazing Squad. And
all right, it's going to be, do you know what? It's going to be a roller coaster, Even us, you'll probably see it in ourselves. We didn't really understand how the project was going to work. We were literally as thrown in it as they're going to be. So they'll probably just see the journey with us, and hopefully they enjoy it as much as we have, because I hope it comes across on the show how well we get on and how much fun we have. So hopefully it will come across.
The exciting bit as well is what we haven't even done yet, which was if Joe Public get behind us, then we can actually do some new material.
And you've been through this process all before, so you're kind of at an advantage for new groups going into the industry. What are the main lessons that you've learned in the past that you're bringing forward to your time now on the big reunion?
Look both ways before you cross the road. Stay away from...
It's tough, really, We've all been in it, but you can't get into a business and start calling the shots. You have to kind of play up to it. For instance, when we started doing it, we were told to do certain things we weren't comfortable with, but who are we, just young kids, to tell the execs and record? You just got to play the game and go with it. And the longer you go and the more you are, the more say you'll get. And luckily enough, we're in a position now where we kind of call the shots. In respect to everyone, we sit down at a table and we compromise with the big bosses and the record people and and everything. So there's a fair shot of everything, and I think that's what's important.
I also think just enjoy it. Because, whether you're a flash in the pan or you're the Beatles, even the Beatles aren't together anymore. No. So it's going to come to an end no matter how big or amazing you are. So just enjoy it while it's there.
So enjoy the ride while it's lasting. wrap this interview up by doing a really quick game. You've seen Mr. and Mrs. You know how it works. What I'm going to do is ask you some fun questions because we want to get to know the real you. And we're just going to pass the mic around because my arm is just, I'm not like Mr. and Mrs. Impossible. I can't reach you all. So hopefully you can answer them all. Are you happy in the seating position to answer the question? So if we say, if you answer the question for the person that is to your right. Okay?
Okay.
I've not got anyone to my right.
So, first thing, if you could describe that person in one word, just one word, what would it be?
Powerful.
I love that. I thought I was gonna. I thought I was gonna do much worse than that. You allowed to swear?
No.
No, of course not. Go on. Yeah.
Oh, is it still one word for everyone?
Oh, for Gareth. Talented.
Voice.
Filter. He needs one.
Eccentric.
If they were going to be a wild animal in the jungle, what would they be and why?
Sorry. He's gonna like me for his tiger.
Man, I like you. That is quite a tough one. Zebra.
I'd say baboon. Yeah.
I was going to go meerkat, but I'm going to go hyena.
Okay, not sure how I feel about that. Let's see. Orangutan.
If they were going to take the perfect girl on a perfect date, what would their idea of that be? Here we go. We're going to find out the romantic side now. We've only got 2 more. So get good answers.
It'd be the gym.
What would you do on a perfect day? Got to keep it clean as well. Oxo Tower. As it's
I think he would take a girl to a foam party.
There we go. We feel like we know you better already. Thank you so much, guys, for speaking to us on Unreality TV. And good luck for the big reunion. We can't wait to see what comes of it. Thank you.